What's up guys, welcome to Supercars of London, welcome to Geneva in the winter. There is snow on the ground and behind me I have got one of, if not the first customer Lamborghini Aventador SVJs, and this is very topical because for the last 48 hours I've been a guest of Roger Dubuis at the SIHH 2019 show. It's actually in fact in the same location as the Geneva Motor Show, though you wouldn't notice it. The atmosphere and the ambiance is very different, but it is still a really cool show, and I got to experience some of the Roger Dubuis watches. I wore a couple and I saw the launch of one-off Excalibur, which is 1,063,000 Swiss francs, I believe, something along those lines. But today we're going to the Roger Dubuis factory in this, the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, and you've probably seen this car on Instagram because it is owned by a very good friend of mine called Alex. Alex, you gonna come on camera? Come on. What's up? How are you?
Hey guys, how's everything
so
going?
Alex and myself, we've known each other for ages. Every year,
we come back a long time.
Whenever I've been at the Geneva Motor Show, we always bump into each other. Whilst you don't really appear on camera, this is the perfect opportunity to introduce you to my audience.
Today is going to be a big day.
Well, you've just taken...
Driving the SVJ in the snow, Switzerland style. How can it get better?
You've just leaked some information that I was going to drop on these guys.
Okay.
We're actually going to be taking it in turns to drive to the Roger Dubuis factory. So Alex is kind enough to give me my first experience of an SVJ from the driver's seat.
Yeah, but be careful. All right.
So I mean, what's better than just to go for a drive? This is going to be pretty ridiculous. For the next 3 or 4 hours or so, I'm going to be spending a lot of time with this car. Let's get cracking. Let's go and find some more snow. Let's find some awesome roads. I'm going to drive this car for the first time, and then let's head to Roger Dubuis factory. Right then. This is pretty special, pretty spectacular, and dude, thank you so much. This is exclusive because you've only owned this car a month or two.
Yeah, wait, but I'm sorry. Wait, am I on the video?
Yeah.
Ah, fuck. Okay, I didn't know. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. Let's go back.
You want to go back?
Yeah. Sorry.
Like the fact that I'm driving this car is exclusive and special because you've had this car not long.
Got it for Christmas.
You got it for Christmas.
Imagine, you know.
That's a pretty cool Christmas present.
The best.
Now the car has been warmed up suitably by Alex, which has been very kind. We've taken a nice road out of Geneva. And this is a road that you come with some friends to enjoy your car, and whoo, the pops off the upshift. Now, for the next little bit, I'm going to be concentrating until we get out of this little village.
I don't know if the guy sees it yet, but it's full of snow. So we're like in the middle of snow.
The perfect conditions to be driving an SVJ.
But I regret because we should have taken skis with us, you know?
Yeah, on the roof.
Yeah, maybe make a stop, cool. You know, in the mountain.
Yeah, the new spoiler would have suited with the fin down the middle. We could have balanced some skis on. It's a really, I would say, disruptive design. The look of this car in comparison to previous Aventadors. So the SVJ being the hardcore variant of the second generation of the Aventador S, the Aventador, then the Aventador SV. Now we've got the Aventador S, and now we've got the Aventador SVJ. There are a lot of...
Even myself, I got lost for a second here, actually. Yeah.
So this, with the same single clutch gearbox, just recalibrated, a little bit faster, a little bit smoother. This is the hardcore car, no carpets, we've got the comfort seat spec by Alex, and it's just a pretty crazy and wild car to drive. Four-wheel steering makes it a little bit more nimble and agile to drive around, and for the first time ever, there is active aero on a V12 Lambo.
The
How
ALA
crazy
system.
is that? And do you feel it when you drive? You haven't done that many kilometers in this car, but can you feel all of these developments through the Aventador era because you have owned every Aventador?
No, well,
near enough.
about the ALA system.
Yes.
now we're totally in winter time, Switzerland, etc. The roads are really cold, and on an icy roads it doesn't activate.
Okay.
So I didn't have so much benefit of driving it with the ALA system activated, but when it does, yeah, you see the car stabilization.
Yeah.
And it is even more reactive. Yeah, it gets better in many ways actually.
Yeah.
So you really feel the difference, and I hope. Well, we're really in the middle of the snow, but I hope you'll be able to feel that difference.
What I am amazed by with this car, driving the Aventador S, and now experiencing this, is the four-wheel steering makes the car so much more agile than the original Aventador. The steering input is a lot less, meaning that the size of the car hasn't changed, but when you drive it, it feels smaller than, let's say, the previous generation of the Aventador. And now the tone of the SVJ is completely transformed, because the rear section of the exhaust system has had to change, with the exhaust exits being quite central on the rear of the car, and that's changed the tone of it. It doesn't have, I would say it's quite quiet inside, do you not think?
Yeah, it does. You know, today, because of the new norms and the laws and everything that's going on, CO2, etc.
Yeah.
It's true that there's a huge noise reduction, which more we move forward,
It's gonna get worse.
It's gonna get worse.
Yeah.
And the SVJ, you really need to push it. You need to drive it aggressively to hear the maximum that you can noise-wise. So I'm missing the previous sounds of, for example, my first Aventador.
Yeah.
Which on low, how can I say, low
RPM.
gear, low RPM. Sorry for my English, guys.
It's better than my...
I try my best. I try my best. But the noise was insane, and you were at 10, 20, and it looked like you were doing 100.
Yeah.
So.
And even one thing that I've noticed in this car, we're driving it in sport. There's another one?
Yeah.
I'm driving this car in sport mode, and actually the valves don't open.
Yeah, you need to go minimum 4,500, 5,000.
Okay, I can see what you're saying. When you start pushing this car and it... And there are V12 cracks on the upshift as well, which are just better than V10 cracks. It's an experience, and what is so cool with this is it's still a mechanical car. It doesn't feel like you're driving a computer. Everything you feel, everything, the gear shifts, you still feel everything underneath shifting and moving.
What I think is, it's like driving an old car but in a modern design.
Yeah.
And what's good is that everything you touch, everything happens on the road, you feel it.
Yeah.
So much emotions. Every time I take out an Aventador, which could be one of the previous models or this one, you always feel like Batman.
Yeah.
Like you feel like a superhero.
Yeah.
And that's what's incredible of the experience that it provides.
Yeah, it's very cool. But one thing I have noticed from the driving seat of the SVJ is visibility with the new engine bay is limited.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
those slats.
I have to say, it's a little problem, huh? Because those cars are made to drive also in the city.
Yeah.
So for sure it's track focus, etc., etc. But come on, 70% of clients buying it are gonna drive it in town.
Yeah.
And you don't see nothing. When I say nothing, it's seriously nothing.
Yeah.
So hopefully you have your left and right retro, but
it looks,
the back.
It looks beautiful, but as a function, it is absolutely useless. I genuinely cannot see what car is behind me.
And how do you feel as being one of the first guys in the world being able to drive that car.
Yeah, that is what is very cool about this, and probably the coolest thing about this is we're not driving it fast, we're not driving it hard, which is...
But the roads are not permitting it.
No.
Because
it's too wet, and there's snow everywhere.
Yeah.
But even if we were on really good condition roads, then even then I would just be enjoying the fact that I'm sat behind the wheel and piloting this car. Because like you said, you feel like Batman driving it. You just are in the most ludicrous car that's got all of the angles, the spoilers, the things sticking out of it, the exhausts that come out like that far out of the rear bumper. It is such a cool spaceship looking thing.
Well, you should see the face on people, because as a passenger, I'm not normally used to be a passenger, but I can see everybody's looking like, what are those guys doing here in the middle of nowhere in the snow, and they see this yellow spaceship going.
We're crazy. This is a crazy.
Yeah, but that's how you gotta drive, you know.
Exactly.
When I receive a car, I drive it.
Yeah.
Wherever the conditions.
Yeah.
It's I don't want to leave it in the garage, in the parking, or whatsoever, or go to an hotel. I want to enjoy it, you know, enjoy it.
Well, that's why we're out here. Like we literally left the city of Geneva to come out here, and then we're going to be driving back down to the Roger Dubuis factory, which is sort of central Geneva, and I'm really concentrating now.
Yeah. Guys, we're going up, and the road is starting to be more and more complicated.
There's a lot of snow on the road now. But it doesn't matter how fast you drive a car like this. You're gonna get the Lamborghini experience and emotion from just starting the car with the button here. But what a cool road. Are you a little bit nervous now?
A little bit, yeah. I'm gonna lie.
Well, I think let's find a place to stop. If we can have some fun in the snow with this car.
For the moment, it's all right, man.
It's good. And then let's head back to Geneva.
Those are ski slopes, huh? So guys, we're literally in the middle of ski slopes.
There's a blue run. We've made it to the Roger Dubuis headquarters. How cool is this? The special VIP treatment, SVJ in front of the front doors. Now inside, everything is done in-house. Everything goes on through those doors and up into the red carpet, and we're being lucky enough to have a tour. I'm going to do my best to film as much as possible. Roger Dubuis are a watch company that I've learned so much over the last 6 months, and it just excites me the way that they do things very similar to Lamborghini. Their passion, emotion into the product and customer experience really make the watches very, very cool. And one day I would like to own a Roger Dubuis. It's just a little bit too expensive at the moment, but I mean, having Lamborghini's flagship V12 outside, thanks to Alex of course, this has been a ridiculous day, and the sun shining, blue sky has just made it even more perfect. So let's head inside, check out, see what we're allowed to film, and just enjoy such a wicked experience of going through those front doors.
Good to have you here, guys. It's exactly the 112th time I have Alexandre for a visit with me. So
I can give you the visit if you want.
he will give you the tour, actually. No, we're going to talk now about everything that's inside of our movements, Paul, for you who don't know this manufacturer, because I think with Ariat you're just the two who don't know, because Alex as well knows it by heart. Now we're going to look at inside here all the small components that make these movements that was created a year and a half ago for the partnership with Lamborghini Squadra Corse. That's a timepiece that is Geneva Seal that we are going to discuss a lot. You will see a lot of similarities between the car industry and our watchmaking industry in terms of manufacturing. And that's the first room we're going to enter, micromechanics, where we create all the small components of the timepiece that you see here. All right, let's go this way.
Just walking around this place and seeing how small everything is. It's microscopic, and the attention to detail is mind-blowing, genuinely mind-blowing. All here.
Even more interesting to see how this watch actually works. To do so, I've been developing an app that shows you a little bit how it works. Wow. Everybody sees? So that's the automatic winding system that you have there, where the balance, the micro rotor that is here, will move and turn all these wheels to then contract and contract and contract the spiral of Barrier, the barrel energy that we have here. Then this energy that is contained in here, it will go to the rest of the movements thanks to the wheel of hours, minutes, seconds. It will then go and be monitored by this escapement wheel that you see escaping like that, and the anchor that's ticking like that. The anchor that you see, that's the sound that you hear when you put your watch next to your ear, where you see the tick 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 tick. That wheel, which will touch that wheel, which will give the time. So compared to what you could think in watchmaking, vas-y, passe.
Merci, c'est gentil. Désolé.
In high watchmaking, time is not given by the wheel of minutes for the hand of minute, the wheel of hour for the hand of hour. Not necessarily. Time is given by speed, which is averaged here, and then reset to get the perfect time.
The science jacket has gone back. And I'll tell you what, that's the first ever watchmaker manufacturer centre that I've ever been to. And they've got loads of offices up there because the whole company is essentially based here. And we're now jumping back in the SVJ because, yep, that's a plane. I've got to head out of Geneva. But to summarise this insane 72 hours SIHH 2019 with Roger Dubuis, having the tour here and then meeting up with Alex in Lamborghini's latest V12. It is a whirlwind of emotions. I've fallen in love with the white Hurricane Roger Dubuis Excalibur timepiece that I would love to have on my wrist, but it's so expensive that I'm so far away from affording anything like that. But to experience this world of watches in a completely new way, I'm learning all of the time, and in there, as I was looking around, it just looked like my school technology centre on steroids, with the most meticulous and almost superhuman employees that are trained and have been doing processes building these watches for years. The company started in 1995, and I am learning the history all of the time and seeing their watches come out, how they dare to be rare. I love that phrase. It is just everything that I stand for. And like Lamborghini, Roger Dubuis are creating an insane history, and seeing them come together is just epic. So ladies and gentlemen, I have one of the best rides back to the airport I could ever ask for. Alex's Aventador SVJ. Huge thank you to Alex. Head into the link in the description to check out his Instagram page, because it is totally ridiculous and very Lamborghini biased, which is why he is such a good friend of mine. But I will see you soon, guys. Please let me know whether you've enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you back in the UK for another video coming very soon. So see you soon, guys. Take care. Goodbye.